transitional period.
Welcome to a DropTent Media production.
Hey, welcome to the Weekday Comics. I'm Dave Permiano.
And I'm Dan DeBriel, and we're here to shoot the shit and talk the news.
Hey,
We are
hey.
here. What's up?
Oh, wow.
I'm on vacation.
Yeah, fuck, you did not time that up. You just forgot about those.
I did forget
Okay,
about it.
yeah.
No, we were talking shit
Fatty
on.
Savage,
Ooh,
baby.
yeah, taking a vacation from the lovely Elizabeth. Sorry, that's my
love you.
mediocre.
I mean, wait,
I love you.
Thank you.
She died-
You, I could
Wait,
probably
who
do
died
great.
first, her or him?
No,
No,
that's a good question.
It was her, because I remember when he died, I thought, because he died of a heart attack, and oh, this is the big one. I'm coming to join you, Miss Elizabeth.
That's right. There was a lot of that when he died. Ooh, no.
Well, that's everybody fucking told. I had a good joke.
He had a great death though. It wasn't just a heart attack. He was driving down the highway in his Jeep. He started having the heart attack, recognized it, and flung his Jeep off the side of the road into a tree so that he wouldn't hurt anybody.
Oh.
And he died on impact with the tree.
I thought that clear.
No, none of that.
Okay.
He went out like a fucking boss.
These wrestlers have such access to modern medicine that the rest of us don't. What is it
Not
about
those wrestlers.
flipping your car off into a ditch? That's good for heart. Whatever.
He knew. He just thought he could restart his heart that way. Yeah.
There you go.
Give himself a jolt.
So we're
I'm
solo.
on vacation. Yeah, I'm on vacation because we're solo. Because our
Yeah.
guests took a vacation. So I said, if they could be on vacation, why can't
I might have dropped the ball on that booking. I tried to get a couple on the show, and so I messaged them both at the same time. And the one's like, "Oh yeah, here's a bunch of dates. Which one can you do?" And the one said, "Oh, I can do that one." I'm like, "Can you both?" And then she said, "Yes." And then he said, "I'd rather do it alone." And then I was like, "All right, well, one of you pick this date, and then the other one pick one of these dates." And haven't heard from him since.
And there we go.
So
And
that was. Yeah,
so they didn't necessarily bail so much as we all stopped communicating.
I said one thing, like once last Wednesday before, when we had like a week to go. I'm like, so anyone make a decision yet? And,
And
and
nothing.
nothing. So
Absolutely nothing. Well,
I don't know if I struck a chord there or
Well, there we go. Who knows what happened?
I
Who
don't.
knows what happened
I
there?
should do research into these things. I don't really get involved in people's personal lives.
That's true.
So
but
I
this
don't-
is a booking for a podcast.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I know what you mean, though. Who knows what's going on there? It could
So
be.
yeah, I hope they're happy and happy and healthy.
Well, I won't speculate that just because they're not doing the podcast, they're having some sort of marital troubles. I feel like that might be putting the cart
I
before
figured-
the horse a little bit.
What's better for a couple than being on this podcast?
I do like Dave thinking of the importance of his podcast. Just there at home, like hands on their head. What are we gonna do?
I mean, he canceled on the podcast. There must be something
Yes.
wrong. There must be
Well, the
trouble
whole,
in paradise.
I'd rather do it separate. That's a thing. But well, no, I really should do these research
yeah.
before, because the last time there was like other Philly couples, and I was on a show with one half of a couple, and there was not a lot of people in the crowd. So I said, "Hey, how about you call up that dude and tell him to get his ass in here?" And then she kind of like walked away without saying anything. And then that ended. That was a pretty abusive relationship.
Oh,
Like,
yikes.
hey.
Okay, I'm glad I didn't yell names like I wanted to. when you
Yeah,
were
that's
being
why I
vague.
avoided doing such.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully, hey, maybe they just didn't want to be on the. I get it. I barely want to be
Yeah.
here half the time.
I'm surprised I still have a relationship after
That's
all the
true.
times I've talked about it here on this
I
podcast.
really, I as the role of misery in this pairing, we do love company.
That is true.
So-
That is true. But unfortunately, the miserable couple we had planned to come on could not come on. So, but thank you, Jay and May. Very funny comics.
And hey, if maybe there was just a communication breakdown. And well, I'll run into you and be like, "Oh, that's cool."
the way right
yeah."
before the podcast started, you admitted to me like you were like, I may have dropped the ball. That tells me everything. I
Maybe
need
my
to know.
verbiage wasn't great.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
never. Yeah, I'm not one of tact many would consider, right?
And yeah, both you and at least Jay are comics, very much comics, which are like, I saw your text and responded in my head. And 3 weeks later, I realized like nothing got done because I didn't actually
That's
respond
true.
in the real world.
So
We're-
you two are banned for life. Unless you want to be on, then,
Yeah. Well, Jim Gillespie got 2 chances, one for each heart that he had in his body when we had him booked. So I feel like they should get another chance. We'll have you back on, Jay and May.
Back on.
Well,
Yeah, I
on
know.
for the first time. We will book you again, taking valuable spots away from white suburban men that want to be on our podcast. No, I'm just kidding.
Our type of people.
They're practically begging us.
Oh,
You know what
man.
Stodmeyer did to get on our show?
I know.
We're all going to be on his show at Hershey. Well, almost all of us. Sorry, Neil. I was not setting you up for that. You should just come and get a guestie. I'm sure he'll throw you like 3.5 minutes or something.
Thanks, man.
2.5 hour drive for a 3-minute spot. Like, it makes it sound any better if I say 2.5 hour drive for a 20-minute
For
spot.
20 minutes, yeah. But that's what we do. That's the economy
That's-
we're working
yeah,
in.
that's-
20 I'll drive 2 hours for.
Live for this life.
Yeah.
Road
And it's
wa-
paid.
Road warrior. Oh,
Yeah. It's paid with a check. It feels more official when it's with a
that's
check.
true.
Not
With
like
his
it's a-
wife's name in it.
Yeah, I was gonna say not like a W-2 check. It's like a personal check out of his bank checkbook. But whatever, it's still money. And
Can't wait.
yeah,
But
it's great.
we got a whole section to plug that.
Yes, we do. We got a lot to talk about this week. We found
Not
a lot
whole
to talk
lot.
about.
Yeah. We had to scramble. We had to scramble.
We quickly.
So, Dan,
talked
what's
about-
it like being in an interracial relationship?
Well, she is Italian. I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of. But I am also an Italian.
Yeah,
And by the
that's-
one drop rule, I'm completely Italian. So
Yeah.
it's great. My relationship's going great. I'm very happy.
Awesome.
She dropped a bowl in her sink, and there was a bunch of glass in her garbage disposal. And I had to bail on doing it yesterday because I had to do an open mic. And when you're telling your girlfriend that you're not going to do like a manly thing because you have to go talk into a microphone for like you said, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like I got to drive for an hour to talk for 5 minutes, get 2 laughs.
You had zero intention to show up to that open mic before
Yeah,
before
it's like-
handiwork became a thing too.
Exactly. As soon as I had to do something,
I
was
know
like,
you're ill.
ah, God, I got this show coming up. But yeah, she actually did it herself. Very proud of her and very happy because I didn't have to do it. 'Cause
Oh,
it's
man.
glass. I don't want to handle glass.
Oh God, no! It's
know?
terrifying.
Yeah. So other than slowly losing the respect of my girlfriend by failing to be a man, my relationship is going great.
I mean, it's 2023. Being a man is an act of aggression anyway.
That is true.
Hey, fixed your sink, fucking misogynist.
That is true. Although, we're still not allowed to be as sensitive. They want us to be sensitive, but they don't want us to be sensitive. Like, my girlfriend knows that I'm a pretty hard guy to make. Like, I'm not a crier. I'm a shove it down kind of guy. But I have a couple of, there's like loopholes. If someone that I care about gives me a written card with like a heartfelt message written in it, I'll start to tear up by the end of it. It's just like
Ugh.
something that happens. I know. I don't like it. I consider it a
What if there's
weakness.
glitter on the card? Will that send you into a rage instead?
That reminds me of my ex-girlfriend stripper. So then that
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
me mad, and I don't.
My cousins have do glittery, and I fucking have to open it with tongs now.
No,
every time.
Thankfully, my girlfriend's not a basic bitch like that. No glitter. But she gives me cards. and
Sorry,
she says-
Lisa.
That's a, no.
My co-host thinks you're a basic
Oh.
bitch. She's married to a fucking man. He'll knock you out.
That's weird because for a second, I have an ex-girlfriend named Lisa who used to put glitter on cards, and you scared the shit out of me. I thought you were apologizing to my 15 years ago ex. But no, things are great with my ex or my current girlfriend. They're not great with my ex.
Dump button.
I'm sure they're great with her. She has a kid. She's married. I think
One of
she's
them's
happy.
mine.
Yeah, I was like, sorry, my girlfriend's finding out a lot about me. But no, she gives me cards. She knows that it makes me cry. And one time she says things sometimes now. She'll be like, oh, well, I gave you this gift, but I didn't get you a card because I didn't want to make you cry today. I'm fuck you.
Oh man.
You like that I'm sensitive. You like that I'm willing to be emotional. Not my girlfriend specifically. She's great. But people want men to be sensitive. And then when you cry, when you show that sensitivity, it's like, Halo, bitch.
Yeah.
What did I do it
double-edged sword.
for?
Man,
It's a
Yeah.
double-edged sword every time.
good
Yeah.
thing no one found my button yet.
Nah.
Well, it happens to be your prostate.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
That would
there you go.
probably make me cry. No, I've had things. I've had hands in there before, and
Whole hands. Nice.
Wow.
hey, if it's a doctor and he says it's okay,
I don't know doctors come at you like that, though.
Yeah, really.
I don't look. It's like when you get a shot, you look the other way. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Oh, but something's going in my asshole. Hold on, let me fucking flex it. Let me. I've never stretched in my life
I make him do
for
the-
this moment right here.
Your doctor's like, Dave, you only need to get one of these once a year.
I make him do the barber move where they put the mirror up back.
No,
can
I don't
see
go-
it.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I only had to. I went for a hemorrhoid because I was an old man in my 20s.
Yeah.
I had an annual hemorrhoid.
I feel like you've brought this up on the podcast before.
I would
your
never.
Young,
No.
your young hemorrhoids. I've never had a hemorrhoid, and you would think with like my diet, it would have been a foregone conclusion by I'm almost 40.
Well, I think the larger ass could bury them
Oh,
sometimes.
maybe
too.
that's
yeah,
what
you
it
have,
is. I'm holding them in with the sheer
That's
weight.
true. Yeah.
I wasn't always fat though, but I'm also approaching hemorrhoid age.
That's-
So you're
yeah,
right. Maybe
well-
as I'm aging and my sphincter is loosening.
Well, I'm
with
aging
age.
backwards because I
Yeah.
fucking had them in my 20s, and I thought, all right, well, this is just my yearly thing. It's like, all right, I'm just gonna go chill on my stomach for the week.
Yeah.
But then they went away at like 25 and haven't returned. So
Hey, there you go.
I
All
know.
right. You managed to tighten up that
I'm,
anus.
I'm Benjamin Buttonhole or whatever.
Write that
Yeah.
one down.
Oh, yeah. No, I had young hemorrhoids already down. So
Benjamin Buttonhole.
is wonderful.
Oh man.
So I found a cartoon this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Well, I guess backstory because it actually I didn't find it. It's actually a cartoon from 2021, but people have been sharing it on Twitter recently because it's going to be taught in Florida's new curriculum
Okay.
where they're teaching kids that black people should appreciate slavery.
DeSantis and his fucking.
God love him.
Um,
God damn.
But yeah, it's so yeah. There's a thing like so they have this like cartoon. It's like a whole series where they go these time traveling kids. I guess they're supposed to be like Sherman and Peabody,
Okay.
but they're
She looks like Kim Possible.
that's
If you're familiar with the Kim Possible
I've heard
series.
of. Okay, yeah, and he looks. I don't know, they look like generic cartoon,
Yeah, like
almost
stock art,
ethnically ambiguous kids, but
but white.
yeah,
They're white.
they're fucking white.
You know.
Oh, because this. So they one of them is where they go back in time to meet Frederick Douglass, because
As any young Gen A high school student would.
yeah, they just type a name into a time machine and then they go meet that person. This is in response to the Black Lives Matter protest because why are people destroying property? And stuff
Oh
like-
God.
we need to learn about peaceful protest.
So we
They
go,
go
of
back.
course, to Frederick Douglass.
But there's he talks about what was great about slavery in America is that nobody really fought slavery before that. So if it weren't for American slavery, you wouldn't have rebelling against slavery.
Wow.
Like that
What a
was-
take. Yeah, nobody fought against it because all the other countries just let them go. There was just no fight. None of all the other countries had slaves at one point. It just, they all let them go, and there wasn't a group of people in those countries that was like, fuck no, take them from me. Like,
Yeah, no,
that's-
America's like chattel slavery went on way longer than other types of
Right,
slavery. It's nuts.
In fact, like you would hear stories of slaves like escaping, like their masters would take them to the UK, and as soon as you set foot on British soil, you were free. So they would set foot, and then they would be like, "Yo, fuck you," and they would walk away. And these Southern guys screaming, and the UK people would be like, "Well, we don't give a shit. Like he's not yours anymore. Fuck you."
What's crazy is that like this is kind of progressive in a way. Have you thought about that? Like because
No.
like, listen, because we're so far backward on some. Because remember, the views for a long time were just like, Civil War wasn't about slavery. Now at least
Oh,
DeSantis
yeah.
is like, all right, well let's try to see if we can make slavery a good thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, in a weird, they're so far back.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
behind
yeah.
the ideas.
We've actually drug them a little bit.
It's kind of
I
like,
see
all
what
right,
you're saying.
slavery bad. Yeah, chattel
Yeah.
slavery was bad in America. And then he's trying to do some bullshit nonsense and be like,
Right.
but it was good. And you think about it.
I was thinking
what?
about this. I don't know if you saw the Truth Social post that Trump put yesterday or the other day. He's pissed off because he got charged with like those 19 counts in Georgia for the election. And he goes on this long rant and he was like, they were the one rigging the election. They rigged the election. And then in all caps, he's like, we have to stop these riggers.
Ooh.
He says it. That's what he writes. And you know what? Everyone that reads that knows exactly the little tricky little game he's playing there.
Hey.
And it's not cool. But
Loophole, though.
he's still playing the game. And I thought about it. I was like, Trump wouldn't lose probably a single voter if he just, at this point, if he just said it. Like, I don't know if people would be like, whatever, he's just challenging the media's conception. And it's like, no, anyone that's still sticking with him would stick with him if he said the actual word, but he still
That's a
won't
punchline.
say it.
That was, yes, you know what? That's a punchline.
Thank you.
That was
he
a-
still
you gotta
won't
save
say
something for inauguration.
it. Yeah, right. Yeah,
He's
right.
got
You
he's
give
got to
him
do
something
that
to
shit with his
second
hand on a Bible.
Right.
That's when it really fucking.
Yeah.
Does it hit harder or hit? You gotta. Yeah, it's like a variable.
Right.
All right.
Right,
so-
like when Tarantino
yeah.
says it, it's not great, but it's like, okay, it's Tarantino. Somehow he has got the pass. I don't know how he got it, but he got it.
Well, Samuel L. Jackson said, because Samuel L. Jackson defends him by saying, in every one of the movies he's been in, he's been the smartest guy in the room every time, and that a racist wouldn't write a black person like that.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, and obviously, I think, well, for Tarantino specifically, his influences are such that it's like, how could you be racist and be this steeped in like a culture of cinema and things like that, and want to put forward these like actors that are almost like Samuel L. Jackson, who are nobodies, and just kind of stick with them like the way Scorsese kind of does with actors and like make them like your guy, you know?
Was
don't know.
Samuel L. Jackson a nobody by the time Pulp Fiction rolled around?
I think so. He was in He had like that bit role in
he was
Goodfellas.
Stacks. Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think he really was on the map. I think
'Cause I
Pulp
know
Fiction
he-
was
yeah.
what put him, like, catapulted him into stardom.
We're going to have to look that up, but not now. Should we watch the first clip?
Yeah, let's watch this Frederick Douglass.
Because this is okay. This is when the kids originally meet him.
I'm gonna bag it up just a touch so I can make the switch over so it's
Yeah.
not messy. Whoa!
Oh, man.
Sorry, everybody. That is
That's
way
okay.
loud.
We
Holy
ran some.
shit.
We totally tested this out before.
Yeah, this is 100% tested out, so we're good to go. So
Can we not hear?
Yeah, you're not. Oh yeah, you're gonna have to put on headphones to hear this.
Eh,
So maybe we should have done that.
no, that's
That's
fine.
okay.
Let's just play it for the people then.
I can hear it.
Let me
Wait,
know
did
when
we
we
miss
need to
it?
stop this. No, this is.
Wait, okay. I think did we get the? I really like your hairline, or you have really cool hair.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh shit!
Oh man,
We're
Well-
botching it. Here, hold on.
did I give you the right timestamps?
Probably.
Whoa,
not.
what the
Oh
hell?
man, I forgot.
What the hell?
Are they
This
seeing
got
they
this
are
got
seeing that.
spicy.
They are seeing that.
What the
I
fuck?
gotta iron out some ways that we can show. Because again, everybody, listen,
What?
if you just listen to that whole clip in the audio, we're hiding it. Hopefully, we're hiding it on the video so that YouTube will allow us to play it and stuff like that, so we don't get.
They're not going to let us get away with just playing it.
Yeah,
So we have
unfortunately.
to
Yeah,
we have to do a little end around
I mean,
here.
we'll talk around that a little bit. But yeah, right now up on screen, I'll show you guys. You can jump over to youtube.com/the weekday pod or weekday pod. Oof, I got to clarify that with you guys.
We will be posting Ron DeSantis' racist
Yeah.
propaganda.
Look at this fucking, yeah, there's a Frederick does a
He
picture
is
of
way
Frederick
too
Douglass.
happy to be presenting that picture.
He does have
He
a
should
smile.
not be smiling like that.
Yeah, not great. Yeah, it looks like they're doing some terrible things to the people.
Oh man,
God.
Fuck.
Why?
But
We
in
don't need a
this-
clip art of that.
Well, that's what I said. This is the crazy part is PragerU. I'm familiar with. This is almost a progressive. It's almost progressive
Almost
for where they were at. Like
Yeah.
that's how bad because
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, chattel slavery. At least you're admitting chattel slavery was an awful thing. And that the fact that the Constitution of the Confederacy had in its chattel slavery.
They're not saying it. They're more gritting it through.
Yeah,
their teeth.
it's
right.
kind of like a begrudging.
They make him smile in that one shot.
It's like he's. Yeah, I don't know why he's.
But yeah,
smiling. I like it.
there's like, hi, I'm this person. Oh, hi, I'm Frederick Douglass. And then the girl says, you have really cool hair. Like, you know what you're fucking doing there. You
Yeah.
know what you're doing.
100%. It's got to be like, if you have a time machine, I do feel it's extra racist to ask to touch Frederick Douglass's hair. Like, more so than just, you shouldn't do it to anyone, but more so like Frederick Douglass, Harriet Tubman. There are people you don't want to go back in time. Rosa Parks.
Well,
You
then
just
you-
don't
yeah.
touch their hair, especially.
I mean, the only old colonial white person I could think of that you probably only saw their actual hair was Ben Franklin, and he was the one that had the least. Everyone else is a wig.
Yeah.
So white people probably didn't want their hair touched either back then because it would plop right off.
It's completely flipped around.
That's
now,
when the
yeah.
races were really. That's when they had so much in common that they could build on, and then we just went the other way with it. I
So-
don't know what happened.
Is your solution powdered wigs? Do you
Yes,
think powdered wigs is the
everybody should
solution?
white people should go back to wearing powdered wigs.
Okay.
I mean, why are our judges? Why do our judges still wear fucking robes?
But not the
they,
wigs.
Yeah.
Yeah. The British at least kept it all. They were
Yeah.
like, you're wearing the whole fucking
Yeah.
stupid getup.
If you're gonna rock
Yeah.
your fucking hair, put on a fucking suit like
Yeah.
a grown up.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I
No.
like it.
Why are we playing half dress up?
I
That's
do-
why our court system sucks. Because our judges are a bunch of half-assers.
I also like in court we've ceded to like the overarching power of a gavel. Like a
Oh,
gavel
man.
really shouldn't be able to shut up a room full of people that are angry someone's been convicted or not convicted.
That's
but
true.
somehow the gavel, everyone's like, well, he's banging the gavel. We have to.
Do you think that should they upgrade? Should they update it or just like just
I think
a
it
gong?
should be. I think it should be a reggae air horn. Wham,
That's-
wham, 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 wham. Not guilty.
Whoop, order. Yeah. That's you. I thought a gong would be a good thing.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, that means the judge has to get up. Fucking
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's got
show
a little
off-
like it's got a little like Showtime at the Apollo feel to it, you know?
show off your robe a little bit. Let's see
Yeah.
what you're wearing under that. Let's see if we can see your ankles when you get up. That's how. Yeah.
Okay. I'm into that. So judicial reform is the topic of this
That's. I
of
guess
this
so.
podcast episode. We're talking about judicial reform. Well, that's great.
I don't. Yeah.
Although I sort of to change the. Oh no, you have another clip right
There was
from the
one-
Frederick
yeah,
Douglass
this is
that you
the
want to
one
go
you
to.
already kind of heard at the
Yeah.
225 mark.
So this is at the 225 mark. Yeah. Here, we're gonna try it a little different way, so they'll see.
I
what
can't
we're
wait. Can't wait
Yeah,
to see
you're
how
not-
this
you-
plays out.
Yeah, you're not gonna- here, and you know what? Let's see if we're gonna pump it through the televisions. Hopefully that'll
Pump it.
pump it.
Thank you for
it.
hanging with us as we
Yeah.
test tech. Tonight you're going to see a lot of cool technical stuff that we never do.
We're rewarding our video listeners.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, YouTube. Follow us on YouTube.
Our audio listeners have been growing too
Yeah.
rapidly, so let's alienate them a little bit.
You're listening to this on work and you have no idea. We're watching
We'll
Kim
pump the-
Possible touch Frederick Douglass's hair.
I was born a slave, and I was taken from my family at the age of 6.
Oh,
This is so terrible. How did you deal with that?
It was very hard, and I was often sad. But I taught myself to read and write, and like I always say, knowledge is the pathway.
Is there more to it? or-
That's all you need.
I'm gonna
They
pull
knew
it
what they
up
were
over here.
Like I always say,
Yeah.
knowledge.
My conversation for you.
Yeah,
My-
it's my quoting myself
Yeah.
voice.
If you had to subtitle that, would it black quote marks or whatever?
Like Hotep script.
I fucking looked on their IMDb page after it. Oh, and there's no voice. Yeah, there's no voice actor shown for anybody. But
Oh yeah, of
What?
course, no one wants their name.
So what do you think?
associated with this?
that's a white guy.
100%. I was thinking that too. I was like, not to be racist, but it's like it wasn't Wesley Snipes type of guy doing that. If it was a black guy, it was a very churchy, not cool Baptist churchy either. Like the Ron DeSantis is churchy.
Okay.
Yeah. like a Sicilian. And they're like, you're my POC friend. Will you be Frederick Douglass?
Like, it's just like some rule. Like, all right, so anything that we've written personally, we can do in this level black. But if it's an actual quote, you got to really fucking blacken it up.
You gotta blacken up a little for this quote, for this anti-slavery.
He was
quote.
quoting himself. It's not like a documentary where you have the narrator, like, I'm Ken Burns, and then, like,
That's
then you
exactly how
hire
they
a
did it,
voice
though.
actor. It was him quoting himself and doing a black impression of himself.
And even like a worse black impression than the original voice. Wow. Well, PragerU, you did it again. Unintentionally creating some great comedy. They're teaching this to kids. It's fucked up. It's fucked up, but only in Florida. So
I didn't write a joke for it, but Arkansas is jumping on that bit.
we're not losing anything. That might be a
Hey,
bump up in the education for Arkansas.
Once the Clinton vote went, once
Yeah.
there was no need to use them for the Clinton vote, we probably all
Right.
right, fucking Arkansas, get away from here. We don't. You can't sit at this table.
Yeah. Arkansas, like at least Florida is wild enough to make headlines. Arkansas is like boring Florida. Like all the shit, but
I know,
like
they're-
none of the meth.
Their most popular city's called Little Rock.
Yeah.
How fucking boring are you?
100%.
You
Yeah, they're-
fucking pebble.
Yeah, they're great. Their greatest person was playing this. He like played the saxophone and got a blowjob. That was it. It's pretty good actually.
I mean, well, there's a lot of Epstein-y stuff too. Okay.
oh yeah, he did that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Clinton's not doing so greatly.
no, his reputation is really taking a beating. Also, because I feel like Clinton, the things that we liked about Clinton are things that we've now given up on as a society, for better or for worse. Like there used to be in the '90s, like it was kind of cool to be like a little bit of a dickhead and a little bit of a womanizer and a little bit of a it was like a little cool. Even if people were like, this isn't right or we don't like it, it was still a little cool. I think it's now made the transition of like, you can still be it like Leonardo DiCaprio, but a lot of people are like, this isn't cool anymore. So I think when Clinton lost the cool cachet, and then of course all the trips to the rape island, I think was probably another thing that hurt him. But
There was
aside from that,
the one picture where the chick was giving him like the 17-year-old girl, and
yeah,
and his face was so oh man,
just
are
like
they
Trump.
finally revolting and strangling him now?
Yeah, just like Trump. It's like when people are like, "Oh, Clinton just went to the island." It's like, look at everything that Bill Clinton is and everything that Bill Clinton does, and tell me he's not trying to stick his dick in something on that island. You know what I mean? It's Bill fucking Clinton. Come on. Of course he did. That's why he's got to go away. Like, thanks for being the president when America probably peaked as a country and an empire. Now you go away, and we won't bring up, just like with Trump, we won't bring up the fact that you were on this rape island a bunch and seem like a guy that would rape people.
Oh yeah,
Let's-
don't forget about
Let's do the plugs now. If you guys want to see me and Dan this weekend, we'll be in unmarked graves.
Name your political hero. He raped someone with Jeffrey Epstein. You can catch us together at the Hershey Winery in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, but before that, yeah,
Yeah, if you're looking to ambush Dave and I together,
that's
we have
true.
several shows together in the coming
I'm
weeks.
picturing us in a scene from The Departed. One of us gets shot. He fell funny. We get one last laugh out of the people that
Yeah.
way, right?
Some booker's going to send a car for us. It's going to take us to a cornfield like Pesci and Casino.
Which one of us has to watch the other one get beaten?
Yeah, I think they're going to make me because I might care a little more.
That's true. I'd be like,
Be like, he's still moving.
yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this 5 extra seconds. You
Think
know, you
about-
don't get this nature air a lot being cooped up in your room playing video games. So I'm really gonna, and
Yeah.
there's sports involved.
Yeah, yeah.
Why baseball? Can you at least get a field goal kicker to kick him to death? Yeah.
Honestly, if you could do, I would be a happy post like mortem looking down at my body. At least I got kicked to death by like Justin Tucker.
Yeah.
Guy's
Justin
great.
Tucker. Man, at least they're bringing out the big guns for us.
Oh God, that was a good game. I enjoy it. As far as preseason games go. I thought that's what you were talking about.
That's right. We did go against Justin Tucker,
And he
this
fucking
week.
banged a like 70-yard field goal against us or something in a game that didn't count, but it was crazy.
I didn't really watch.
No.
I was at a bar because I don't have cable anymore. But
Okay.
I was, but boy, it didn't really. Like, oh boy, preseason.
Yeah, who cares? It's practice,
back.
right? Yeah, who cares?
No
If
better. Yeah.
If I had anything better to do, I wouldn't have watched it. But
Oh, speaking of sports, last week I spent all. I did well. I tiptoed around it so I could make a few jokes, but I did denounce fat shaming. And then this week they said James Harden will be in a Sixers jersey this season. I'm like, damn it,
Yeah.
spoke too soon.
yeah, you got to get back on that fat shaming.
All right,
wagon.
so I am pro fat shaming
yeah,
once again.
yeah, it's okay to fat shame someone if they're wearing like Jenko jeans. You can body shame anyone wearing Jenkos.
So should I tell you what I was arguing about instead of watching the game? Because I had two people ganging up on me because of my stance on a certain issue.
You asked me a little bit about this, so yeah, go ahead.
It was me arguing with two women, and then the server piled in on me too. Should there be a cutoff date when you're dating someone? Like before that time, it's okay to kick that person to the curb if they become like paralyzed or terminally ill.
So you're saying like, what is the
Like there should be
how long
like where
do
you
date?
don't feel like a piece of shit for being like, all right, well, I
Yeah.
don't have to fucking deal with this.
Right, you're dating someone, they become a vegetable or they end up paralyzed or something where you have to care for them.
Yeah.
How long into the relationship are you locked in?
There needs to be like a set date, like a standard time that everyone can refer to.
Okay. I don't think there needs to be a standard time. I think that's your brain trying to grapple with things. But yeah.
What are you now? You're a
You
year
were
and a
talking-
half?
My relationship
you're-
is coming up on a year and a half. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
I just guessed.
yeah, pretty good. Well, it started right around the same time as this podcast. I made a lot of commitments around that time.
We're
you know.
only half a year in.
Oh, I'm sorry. Our anniversary. All right, it's my stupid high brain. It happened around our anniversary, not. Yeah.
Okay.
I make a lot of commitments right
All right.
around
So
the
yeah,
new
you're a year and a half. Not married though.
No.
So-
I'm gonna give that a few more years, be grown-ups about it, and make sure we really like each other before we commit. If I
you'd
marry,
say
I'm
you're
gonna get married.
You're stuck.
for
You think?
life. I love her. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. I'm in it for life. Yeah, she would have to be the one to make the call to break up. I wouldn't break up with her.
Well, that should be the responsible thing to do. If you're paralyzed, I guess.
If
This
I
is a
was
morbid
paralyzed, she wouldn't
conversation,
break
isn't
up with me, but I would be mad about it because I would want to be like Lieutenant Dan and wallow in my own like leglessness and be like a piece of shit. Have like the confetti fall on me and be all sad. So like I would want to like send her away, but I don't think she would.
Yeah.
That's why I would. That's why
I can already do that with 4 limbs.
Yeah, there you go. You do that. But yeah, I also expect you one day to show up with a tiny Asian wife. So
Oh. I did something right at some point then. How tiny are we talking?
no.
Wait, that kind of sounded Epstein-y. didn't
Yeah,
it?
it sure did. I just like any comment that makes Neil just shake his head quietly in the
It's
producer's
like, thank
booth.
God
Yeah,
he didn't
you've
say
been-
young.
What happened with your last relationship? Who got paralyzed?
I was actually thinking Dan. It was such a question to Dan. I was like, is Dan planning on becoming paralyzed and wants
Yeah.
to know when
When
she
should
would
I?
be locked in?
Well, I don't even
No.
remember what started this argument, but everybody disagreed with me for.
Yeah, well, hey, it's pretty hard. I think most people would disagree with you, but you were also disagreeing
I'm
with
saying
2
people
women.
are gonna publicly say the right things, but they don't fucking want to.
I think more people
Say-
have a number. They might not know what the number is, but they have one, than would admit it to themselves. You know what I mean? Like, I think everyone's going to say they would stick with the person, but not a partner. This was a parent, but like, I had to care for somebody for a little while, and it's hard.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you are young and you're just like, oh, I'm fucking locked into this, and like, you're thinking, like, I can't imagine. Then you're doing it and you're like, I don't even know what this person's favorite fucking TV
Yeah.
show was. We can't do that shit.
Yeah, I didn't
know,
get to
like-
say. I've actually been talking to some other dads, and
Yeah, I can't
That's the
break
difference.
up with my
Yeah.
stepdad, right? Yeah, I can't be like, sorry, a little late in the game for that, So yeah, I don't know.
but I'm good on the other parent then, right? So if my mom gets, I'd be like, all right, everybody already knows I'm not a piece of shit in this department, so you're kind of like, my hands are kind of clean here.
Clean.
Yeah, so-
sure. I could just throw her in a dumpster when she gets sick. Why not? I did my duty.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I feel like if no matter what I answer this question if I would get myself in trouble in my relationship. I don't care about getting in trouble on the podcast, but no matter what I answer, she's going to be like, so if you tell me I'm paralyzed in a year, you're going to break up with me?
Your diplomatic answer would be like, I was hoping on our first date that a car would just fucking T-bone us. And ooh, damn, I can't wait to just feed her soup.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be weird. No, I would take care of her. I would throw her down the stairs. Take care of her like that. No, I don't know. It's tough. I think honestly, anyone who gives you an answer confidently, unless they actually went through that shit, doesn't know what the fuck they're talking. Like, you have to actually go through it to know how much it stinks, and then make that judgment call of like, do I like this person enough to go through that? My answer would be yes. For my girlfriend, I would say absolutely.
I'm just
I would
saying
take
for
care of her,
public
though.
image purposes, where you could be like, I don't want to do this. How do I not appear to be a piece of shit?
You can't. You are in the public sphere. You're locked in. Even if you are on date 3, you're locked in. People, if
Date
you were like
3?
in the public eye, people will love to grandstand. They love to make a fucking. They'll understand, but they'll be like, kind of just left her. She got paralyzed and fucking walked on out.
Like the night of date 3 or dinner?
Date 3 is
That's
really
the
where
standard
it hinges.
for sex. I know that's not. I don't even.
No, because
I
you can
don't
have
even
sex
wanna
with
know a
someone and you
person's
don't have to
yeah.
take care of them once they're paralyzed. You know, I don't think.
Never mind. I was about to bring in paralyzed sex.
Well, yeah, if you really like, I'm sure there are people that are into that.
What is this timeline? Wait, so she's paralyzed on date 3 and you're trying to fuck her the next day?
Trying
What
to
the
fuck
fuck
her.
are we talking about?
Yeah, I mean, you're trying to
What
fuck
is
her on
happening?
date 4 at least.
I don't
You
know.
I mean, it's date
I don't know
4.
how this
You've already paid for 4.
Hey, I know you're not healed up, but you want to throw it in.
But like, or could we go Dutch or something on
Yeah.
this next one?
I was so
Like,
much more confident in my speaking points after 7 beers.
Yeah,
I don't
really.
know.
I think what you're
But I
talking.
still firmly believe what I'm saying.
The longer you were with someone, the longer you would probably need to stay with that person after the accident. I believe that's
Okay,
usually
yeah.
Usually I think public image wise, Dave, what you're concerned about is usually when people like try to make it work, like after they're dealing with trauma, changing of life. I think that's what it is. So like if you've been with someone for 3 years and they become
No, 3
paralyzed,
years, you're fucking stuck.
No, I know. What I'm saying is it's a scale. It's a, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like 2 years past that point, if you're like, we just couldn't make it work.
Right.
You're kind of like for me, I'm like, all right, well, I mean,
You
know
stuck it
what
out.
I mean, fuck it, 2 years.
Because then
trying to
you're
make
into
it work.
regular relationship shit. Because
Yeah.
just because somebody's paralyzed doesn't mean they can't also fuck their marriage up. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
Stephen Hawking?
yeah.
Is that where this was leading?
You sure? Absolutely. Stephen Hawking.
Please,
okay, I've been
sir,
trying to write a
Stephen
joke
Hawking.
about this because this is fucking crazy. Stephen Hawking fucked the wife
Yeah.
of the guy that made his voice machine.
Yeah.
So this dude gave
Paul
Stephen
Carson has that
Hawkins
joke.
a voice.
Yeah,
oh,
you've
does
heard
he?
Paul Carson's
No,
joke?
no,
Oh, it's
really?
hilarious.
Oh, great. I read
great.
this and I was like, this is a joke. I
Yeah.
like immediately
It's
was like,
nuts.
this has got to be a joke. That's great to hear that somebody already has it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's fucking great because I just know. No, but Paul's awesome.
Make it your own. Yeah. No, but
I'll have to ask him to do it sometime because that's hilarious. The
It's
guy
so
gave
funny.
him a voice and he used that voice to steal the guy's wife.
yeah, I think Paul Carson at one point,
mean-
silly boy Paul. I think he says he goes just like, did I make Stephen Hawking's voice too sexy? Fucking silly boy Paul. I'm sorry to
That's
pump
so
something else, but
funny.
it's such a funny joke.
Paul, well,
See,
I
yeah,
talked
if the
to
guy
Paul
knew
at
that, he
Iron
would have given
Comic.
him Bonsai Buddy because that would have fucking corrupted his operating system with him. You remember Bonsai Buddy?
No,
It was this fucking purple monkey, and you typed in things, and he said them, but he fucking destroyed your computer from the inside.
Oh, shit.
He was a big old virus.
Okay, I didn't download Bonsai Buddy.
Oh,
I
I was
got
very
my
impressed by the technology. I was like, oh man, this is a thing I could have a conversation with. It doesn't sound like a fucking robot. That's why Stephen Hawking was pissed. He wanted to fucking sound like Bonsai Buddy.
Yeah, maybe that's why he never got that regular voice. The guy working on his voice stopped. He's
Yeah.
like, fuck you. You're stuck with the robot voice.
Interesting. No, I never.
Yeah, I didn't know he was British until that movie either.
Yeah. Yeah, I never heard the accent.
Why? Yeah,
you
they
know?
because that British accent's
Couldn't
fucking
be
sexy, right? Yeah. I don't even know how you could do a British robot.
What region?
Good evening, mate.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, right.
What region of Britain is the accent from? The hello.
Hello, governor.
How are you doing?
Pip,
Chip.
Chip.
So good.
Oy vey.
Woo! Bloody hell.
You're a cunt. Like,
Yeah.
it's just, trying to.
Yeah.
No,
tough.
cunt needs the American.
It does.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, the American cunt has power. The
That's
British
right.
cunt's like a cheeky little. It means
Cheeky.
nothing. You know, I mean, you're calling a British person
That's
a cunt.
like a
or-
pet name over there.
yeah, it means nothing. Like in America, that word we've given that word like magical power. I like it.
Bravi. Well, yeah. Well, someone told me when I was randomly yelling it on a train once. I had a reason. No, okay.
Yeah, your mother shouldn't have talked to you like that.
All right. Well, we'll jump to the news. Yeah, I'll finish the story.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
because I got in a shouting match in the train with some friend of a friend. So I'd even met this bitch before, and it was 110 degrees out. We were at 8th and Market. There was only like the westbound train coming, but that was air conditioned. And I said we should get on that train because it'll be the same exact train that comes back, but we'll be
Right.
sitting in the air condition the whole time. She's like, no, I am not getting on a westbound. And then it turned into a whole fucking shouting match that I had to stop because someone took out their fucking camera phone. And I'm like, all right.
Oh, you got world stars.
But then, yeah, so I sat separately with like my friend and one of her friends. I was like, I don't want to call her that, but like, you know, because I don't know how you'll react to it.
yeah,
And they're like, oh, we actually hate the word pussy more than we hate cunt anyway,
yeah,
which I found out is a lot of women.
really.
So then I started polling everybody on the train around me.
Pussy or cunt?
Yeah. And then some guy's like, excuse me, I couldn't help but notice your conversation.
Yeah.
And just so you know, according to the vagina monologues, cunt is a term of empowerment.
Oh.
It's like,
Yeah,
sweet. I'm going to start using that all the time.
sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
I don't know, guys. I don't know about any of that.
Cunt. Write that down as a possible title.
That's
for
true.
the-
Yeah.
Let me see. Where's my pen? No, I just mean
But
because
with like a feminist hand.
Yeah.
I guess a white with long nails. Or I don't know
Oh,
what the
okay.
feminist fist looks like.
It's smashing the patriarchy.
That's
What
true.
the fist is
it's
doing.
got a strap on the wrist.
right.
Yeah.
News time? Is
Yeah,
it time for the
yeah,
news?
Yeah, it's time for the news. Let's
All
get to
right.
it.
Shit, talking news. Shit, talking news. Talking news. We're here to shoot the shit and talk the news. Hey.
Wait, did you take those off? I don't remember.
No, have I had them on for the whole time? No, I just put them on for the news. Just
There's times where I think
was I making eye contact with you at all this?
I'm
podcast or not?
slowly losing my mind. Like there's so many fucking short-term things. I constantly like walk into the kitchen, pour a glass of something, and then just leave the kitchen without that glass. all
Oh
the time.
yeah. Yeah, I do that too, man. I'm losing my fuck. I blame it on weed, but I fear that it's actually age, you know, because I could stop smoking weed, but
Or
you know,
forget to.
I'm gonna die. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. It's the
Hey,
news.
all right, news time. News time. Would you like to go first, Dave?
Sure. All right. More for our video viewers.
Oh shit.
I hope it's not up already.
No, I haven't put it up yet.
All right. You'll know when. You'll hear it from my inflection.
Okay.
Jenna Bush Hager says she proposed to her husband after 3 months of dating. Here's footage of the former president finding out his daughter married the type of dude that gets proposed to.
Oh, good. It cut to the wrong camera. So it's got Dan. No, it's good. It's got it up, but it just cut to Dan laughing.
All right,
StreamYard.
we'll
Oh,
pretend
boy.
Dan's notebook is a book about sheep.
Yeah. It's all good.
Well, that was great. I like that. Do you have my picture? You want to do
I
my
do,
one?
yeah.
Okay.
I know this will work seamlessly now.
Let's see if this will work. We've done
That's
it once.
not the picture that you asked for before
You-
the episode.
Can you ask for?
No. I asked for Danny Trejo.
Yeah, I knew that. I knew that
That's the
immediately.
Macho Man Randy
I
Savage.
knew.
Did you just
Great.
fucking
No.
kill the joke?
I don't know why.
No, it's okay because I'm about to say his name. It's the second
okay.
and third word in the news story. No, give me the other
Give
one,
me a
the one on the
machete.
top there.
Give me a machete.
Yeah, you got it. All right, there you go. Thank you. Okay, we're trying to do like the weekend update things for you guys here. Increase your experience
Yeah.
for your visual viewers. You know, thank you YouTube followers. Okay. Actor Danny Trejo will play Ferdinand Magellan in the new film 1521. And I think we're all looking forward to the scene where Magellan circumnavigates the globe to stab a punk fool cholo with a homemade knife.
There we go.
Nice.
All right.
Yes.
Well, good thing we experimented with the pictures on bangers.
Well, I wasn't going to throw away a great joke on a picture, Dave.
We're gonna.
That was intent. I
I went
wasn't even
after-
going to go first until you said you wanted yours first. That one was tucked very deep into the joke, as I always do. with
Well,
my
we
weak
wanted to
ones.
make it as easy for Neil to not screw it up.
That's true.
Yeah, not like we did this on the fly
So
at
we
all.
could
Yeah,
be
not
like-
like we told you like
Yeah,
5
we
minutes
cut away
before
so
we
you could
started.
play some music, and in that time we could discuss what our plan of action is.
Yeah, really.
And then we didn't. We talked about other stuff.
Yeah.
Prince Harry's His Royal Highness title removed from royal family's website. His wife said that despite this, she's still going to love him just as long as his title of That Thing Keeping Me Relevant remains.
Yeah. Donald Trump pushes total lie about Georgia prosecutor sleeping with gang member. In a bizarre attempt by Trump to make Georgia DA Fonnie Willis seem cool as fucking shit.
All right. Grandpa.
Fuck, what is it
Oh.
doing? Sorry, give me a sec. Go ahead, bud.
Okay.
Apologize.
Is it showing me or Danny Trejo?
It's showing Danny Trejo, of
Or
course.
Macho Man.
Or Macho Man.
Grandpa, 81, attacked by Disneyland security dog, according to lawsuit. In the dog's defense, they react differently to certain tones than humans, so maybe it was the way the guy called him goofy.
Yeah, I like that. Senator Dianne Feinstein hospitalized after falling at home when the two dudes operating her corpse with a pulley system started arguing and let the ropes fall slack.
Very good.
Thank you.
School district fires first grade teacher who joked about killing sister's white boyfriend. They told her it was completely inappropriate to teach children that racial-based crimes are acceptable, and if that she thinks any differently, then there may be a job available for her in Florida.
She'd make a fine officer. Representative Matt Gaetz calls LGBTQ people degenerate while announcing prayer in schools bill. And Gaetz is the perfect advocate for a prayer in schools bill because when he shows up at a school, the girls start praying.
Yep. Shakespeare and Penguin book get caught in Florida's Don't Say Gay laws. They said they'll keep some Shakespeare in the curriculum, but only the stories about straight teenage couples who get bullied into killing themselves because of who they love.
Yeah. A Shakespeare joke is going to be right up my alley.
Bloody hell.
Bloody hell.
Cunts.
Yes, Shakespeare has a cunt joke. We'll talk about it in a future episode. I am sure there's a cunt joke in one of his plays. Biden to designate 1.1 million acres around Grand Canyon as a national monument, which is Joe Biden's passion project and the first of many monuments he plans to build for all the things Evel Knievel jumped on his butt.
All right, let's see. Utah man who allegedly made threats against Biden fatally shot during FBI home raid. By doing this, they got rid of the second biggest threat against the president, and they can do the same with the first once they find a current address of one Father Time.
Yeah.
He's old.
He's a very old man. The ground is his
How
biggest.
old is it?
Massachusetts adopts universal free school meals and will provide kids with a traditional Massachusetts lunch of a Dunkin' Donuts coffee, a Pall Mall cigarette, and a lobster roll served to you by someone who calls you the R word.
Tell the folks at home what the R word stands for.
I will not.
Red Lobster.
Police arrested, beat the wrong black man inside of an Applebee's, then charged him. The cops said they received an anonymous tip from a customer who said they had been eating good, but then there went the neighborhood.
I like that. That was great. I couldn't figure out one for that. I'm glad because you would have beat me. I would have given it to you.
Applebee's, the perfect environment for cops to not know which black person's which. It's like, really?
Yeah.
The one they were looking for was there, but in the bathroom at the time or something.
Really?
Or was he just not even anywhere fucking near?
Yeah.
I don't
have
know.
no idea.
I don't know. We didn't read the article.
I never did.
I don't read any of the articles. I did see that headline though. Brett Favre cannot be removed from lawsuit over misspent welfare money, Mississippi Supreme Court rules. This will mark the second time Favre was trapped in an unwinnable situation that threatened to destroy him. The first, of course, being his 2008 season with the New York Jets.
Right on.
Thank you. Just trying to get a little energy,
Yeah.
a little sports jokes
Boom.
into this. Yeah.
Here's an easy one. Idaho professors sue over law threatening prison for teaching about abortion. And at the bare minimum, they should be able to teach it during the first semester.
I like that.
Don't all need to be thinkers.
Yeah, it was good. The Blindside subject, Michael Oher, alleges his adoption was a lie, and the family took all film proceeds. Oher was quoted as saying, "This was not my family, but if that mom had actually been as hot as Sandra Bullock, it would have been my family."
All right.
Just like I keep thinking of stuck jokes about the adoption. If she was stuck when she adopted me. Sorry. Go ahead, Davey.
Emmy Awards postponed until January as writers, actors continue strikes. That means the actors have scored their first major victory, a year where they don't lose to Succession.
Yeah,
It's
good.
Yeah.
NFL fans applaud league's decision to remove Lizzo from Super Bowl halftime contention over concerns that a second Super Bowl in a row could be ruined by putting too much weight on bad turf.
See, that was the high road, or that was a fat shamer, right?
That was a fat shamer.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I
it was.
almost-
Because it's Lizzo. We can do
I
it now.
thought if she sings at halftime, they'll think the game is over.
Yeah.
The Titans' Terrell Williams temporarily will be the NFL's fourth black head coach. Although there remains a clear diversity problem in the NFL when a quarter of the black coaches in the league hold the position because the white coach forgot to call fives when he got up.
Stupid.
Little,
But I like
you have no idea. No idea how stupid I can get this week.
I was going to say, when we have to write the extra 5 when the guests drop out, that's when it gets, some of these get real stupid. Tory Lanez sentenced to 10 years in prison for shooting Megan Thee Stallion. Tory argues that he only tried to shoot Megan Thee Stallion because she hadn't won a race in years.
I've only heard of him because of this.
Same.
So was it him first or Tory Lane, the porn star?
I think he came after Tory Lane. I think he's a
Everybody
play.
does. Anyway.
Hey-o. Yeah.
All right.
Cooking with butter. Right?
There we go. We got some butter all over.
Told
us,
you
baby.
this is probably my worst joke, but it's also it might be my best.
Okay.
And I don't think either of you will laugh.
Okay.
Maybe the headline. Man accused of ripping head off of girlfriend's pet duck for psychological dominance. The girlfriend couldn't believe it. She said he always seemed so normal on the surface, but must have had something kicking around like crazy down below.
It's another one I could not write one
Duck
about.
humor.
I was like, this one's too twisted to be funny. How could I ever make a joke about that? But that was pretty good. Here's one maybe in that vein. Lawsuit filed after baby allegedly decapitated at Metro Atlanta Hospital. The doctors say the baby was born a healthy 5 pounds, 2 pieces.
That's
I
delightful.
avoided that one. I tried to like put it in some Dumb and Dumber situation with the pet parakeet.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, that was like the duck one. I was like, I
Yeah.
know I looked at the dead baby and took
Like
a
this-
shot at
yeah,
it, but like
where they
the-
put a lampshade over and like your baby's a drunk. Just like,
Well, you decapitated? Well, you
As-
were.
I especially like that you have no camera on you. So that's
I know, I
just
can get
your
away with
voice
a lot.
doing that. Yeah.
all right. Venomous spider with erection-inducing bites shuts down supermarket. They said they will reopen the store once they resolve the issue of changing the sign out front to say pet store.
Florida woman doused herself in Mountain Dew to erase DNA after killing roommate in Daytona Beach.
Nice.
Yeah, the suspect was mistaken, as Mountain Dew only kills DNA by making it so your sperm will only produce a snowboarder.
There we go. All right. Women drinking sugar-sweetened beverages have increased liver cancer disease risk, researchers find. Now that we all know the sugar, spice, and everything nice thing is a lie, it might be time to start questioning if the baby is yours too.
Teenage girl dies after being forced to stay in a period hut in Nepal. Which shocks me because I thought you could only find period huts in mall food courts.
All right.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
fun,
period
it's
hut.
I gotta get a new string at period
A
hut.
period hut. Yeah, you know.
All right. Duh. Man posed as veterinarian performed surgery on pregnant dog who died, authorities say. He was told if he wanted to perform surgery on animals, he would have to acquire all the proper veterinarian qualifications or at least fail out of dental school.
Starting next year, child influencers can sue if earnings aren't set aside, says new Illinois law. Of course, if a child is set to age into millions as a social media influencer, that child should be set aside into a sweatshop.
Seconded. All right. Barrels of drinking water for migrants walking through Texas have disappeared. This is the first barrel-related aggression towards immigrants since the early 80s, where they would light barrels on fire and throw them at Italians.
I love it.
You knew where
I
that
saw.
was going.
I saw you made the turn. I knew where we were going, and I liked it. It's no surprise. Just let's see where we go. Let's watch the train pull into the station on this one. I liked it. Another one. You are covering. It's another week where you are covering every story that I stared at for like
Nice.
5 minutes and was like, I want to write something about this, but I don't know. Good job. All right.
Thank you.
How you breathe affects how you memorize things, a new study finds, which explains a lot because my fat ass is always running out of ideas, you know?
Hey.
We're in the middle of these
We're
jokes.
in the weeds.
We're super in the
All right.
middle of my jokes right now, as you can tell.
Sit up for this one. Former top church official warns Christianity is in crisis if people think quotes from Jesus are liberal talking points. To be fair, though, there are those who think Jesus is left-leaning and those who think he is right-leaning, and neither of them know anything about properly erecting a crucifix.
Yeah, I like that. And we picked different reports on the same story, but this is a joke off.
Uh-oh.
Okay, different headlines, same story. Pastor alarmed after Trump-loving congregants deride Jesus' teachings as weak. In those congregants' defense, Jesus was an unemployed 30-something who drank too much wine and was always fucking weeping. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't intro this at all. I've given up completely on the thing that I'm supposed to do on this podcast.
Yeah,
that was a joke off. A joke off means we wrote a joke about the same topic. You pick the best one. Put it in the comments. You don't do that, but maybe you will now that we've added our graphic, our cool graphics.
This episode just turned into Algorithm Father at some point anyway.
This is a deep cut. If we ever make it, people be like, remember the one where they both
When
showed
people
up
are
and
like,
they were-
oh, I'm getting into listening to podcasts. Which episode should I listen into? This will not be on that list.
not the one. Okay.
All right. Mark Zuckerberg says it's time to move on from Elon Musk cage fight. He said that Elon just took the idea and ran with it when Zuckerberg clicked interested in going to the event.
Okay. Alabama Senator Tommy Tuberville actually lives in Florida. And it makes sense that Roll Tide has come to Florida, since soon the entire state will disappear beneath the waves.
God willing. Paris Hilton criticized for Maui vacation amid devastating wildfires. Although in her defense, it could be said that she's spreading public awareness of these fires' wake of destruction by throwing out her signature, "That's hot."
Yeah, will fit. Okay, here's some sobering news. A toddler has shot a person every week in the United States for 2 years straight, which demands we the people ask the question, why won't the police catch this toddler?
That's a fun script idea.
Yeah, right?
Rachel Zegler gets criticized for her take on upcoming live-action Snow White. Although in her defense, as the movie has notoriously replaced 6 of the 7 dwarves with normal-sized people, it could be said she's doing everything in her power to make the movie come up short.
No.
I missed a few words, but I wasn't.
It's
I
okay.
wasn't committed to that.
No
one.
worries, I get it. We're in the weeds now. Although we're coming around the home stretch, I put a few in the back. Okay, so hopefully these will work.
How many more do you have left?
I've got 3 left.
Someone's math is wrong.
Maybe me, probably
Okay.
me. Maybe I throw an extra one in there. What are you at, 2?
I have 1 left.
You have 1 left? How'd that work out? We did 20 each?
Just dead air right now.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, it is dead air right now. I have 2
Yeah, I
left.
have 20.
I have 2 left.
No, yeah, do them all.
All right, yeah, okay. Former Trump senior advisor Stephen Miller files complaint that gay Pop-Tarts are sexualizing kids. Dave, do you know what the difference is between a Pop-Tart and a gay Pop-Tart? When a gay Pop-Tart comes out of the toaster, his father disowns him. And that may be the best joke I've ever written for the podcast.
Can't you be like your brother Pop Tart? It's so
I know, that one's so stupid. I love it. It might be my favorite joke I've written for the whole year.
This episode's a B-side.
This is for the real ones.
I gotta get fucking enthused for this one.
Yeah, here we go.
Family Feud contestant sentenced for wife's murder. We asked a jury of 12 people who they thought was most likely to blame in a woman's untimely death. Show me the husband.
Ding! Of course, number 1. All right. And my last one. Oh, I should have. All right. Timothy Chalamet said yes to the Wonka movie because it's for a, quote, uncynical young audience. And what could be more uncynical than a soulless, calculated prequel of a character only baby boomers give a fuck about? And that's my point.
Hey, if you had one more fucking...
No, that was it. I was the Danny Trejo one I didn't cross off dramatically. So I thought I still
okay.
had yet to tell it.
All right. Where are we going to be? Let's
I got a
fuck
huge
that fucking
list.
Hershey show. Oh, yeah, you have a real show.
I got a huge show. So good thing the live listeners are listening because this is where I need you. I am at the Stone Harbor Theater with Soul Joel's Productions, Andy Fiore, Sean Donnelly, and Brendan Donegan. What a white Irish Catholic lineup this
seriously.
is. A bunch of fat stoners. It's going to be a fucking blast. We're going to have a great time. I actually have the ticket link up in my Instagram bio because if you come to this show, maybe Danny gets paid, and that would be great. Thank you. What do you
that
got
kind
coming?
of deal? That's just...
Well, no.
yeah.
It's just I get to perform with a friend of mine and
Okay.
Sean Donnelly, who I really like but haven't been able to perform with yet. And you know, I want people to come and make me look good. I don't want it to be like a 4-person. That's a theater, so if you know it doesn't fill out, it gets a normal room size crowd seems very small in that room. You know.
Oh, I've done it.
Yeah, that's right. You did it with Andy, right? Was that the one that you did with Andy?
I didn't do it in a theater.
Oh no, this isn't.
No, we packed that shit out.
Hell yeah!
You
well,
know who
Soul
the fuck I am? No.
Soul Joel's room is really nice, but this is a bigger. This is the
Yeah,
Stone
I
Harbor
hear you.
Theater, So I'm doing theaters now. You know, no big deal. So they're just a little bit bigger than.
I mean,
the
I
rooms that you're
literally
used
just
to.
did one, and I fucking murdered.
What do you got? What do you got going on?
Okay, let's fast forward. What, 2 weeks from now, the Hershey show.
Oh hell yeah!
Let's talk the Hershey
okay,
show.
we'll talk about more of my shows. Let's do it.
No, this one's I'm taking the final slot.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
it's fair. You
me,
get
you,
it. Yeah, you get
and
it.
the Seriously Dad guys.
Yep, Jay Yoder and Albert
and the
Davis.
producer of those
Maybe
shows.
getting a 3.5-minute guestie. I
Yeah.
think if he drives 2 hours.
I don't carpool. So yeah, come out to Hershey, or just if you're in Hershey, or anywhere between Pittsburgh and Philly.
Just
You
come
don't
on
have
out.
anywhere. There's literally nothing else to do in that area.
Yeah, nothing better.
So come to that show.
Come the fuck out.
Well,
That'll be a fun
we're-
one.
yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna plug that one next week, and you're gonna come out. We're all gonna have a good time.
Yeah, on our show with a better show next week with a guest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our guest next week, Brandon Dunbar, and he'll actually show up.
That's true. I hope we have enough camera for his forehead. Neil,
Yeah.
what do you got coming up?
Yeah, you can check me out at iamneilwood.com. You can go there. I will be at the Sunnybrook, Soul Joel Sunnybrook location this month on the 25th. So you can come check me out there.
Oh, I'll be there too.
Yeah.
I'm
There's a
looking
bunch
at
of
that
great
show, too.
comics for the late night show. After the headline show, you can hang out there if you have already tickets from the headline show and just hang and see more comedy. And they're gonna, that's Jay Yoder as well with Steve Rinaldi doing that one. And you can check us out every second and fourth Friday at Myers Brewing Company. Thanks to everybody who came out for our 7:30 show this past Friday. So yeah, come on out for those. The tickets are only $12. It's a steal in the city. You can go to droptent.com /events, or again, IamNeilWood.com for all my dates and details for comedy. I appreciate it. Thanks. Oh, don't forget, you can check out the old notes to get these two and their social media too. If you want to check out the notes,
do
you'll get
that.
your
Follow
social
us,
media.
please, because like I'm so close to. I'm not very close, but like with your help, I'll get up to a respectable social media number.
Oh yeah, follow us on YouTube. We're so close to that to a 00 number.
Straight up, get your friends to subscribe because the closer
Yeah.
we get to a monetization, we're gonna do ad reads, and you're just gonna want to see that.
And if you're listening on iTunes, fucking score us good.
Yeah, please
'Cause
score
that
us
apparently does something.
good. Yeah, if you stuck with us this long, you're gonna have to hear us beg. So please get someone else to listen to us. Thank you. We love you.
Your life's not going much better. Fucking.
Well, we drove to be here. They're sitting there, so
That's
you
true.
guys won. Congratulations. Have a great week.
Mazel.
Well, there we go. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Oh, man, that was a. we fucking landed that like Kerry Strug should have.
How you doing? This is Neil Wood from the Cult of Us podcast, speaking on behalf of DropTent Media Network, the network you're currently listening to. Make sure to check out all the other podcasts on the network. You can go to droptent.com to check them all out. Make sure to like, subscribe on everything that you see DropTent on. We appreciate it. Go to droptent.com now.
This has been a DropTent Media production.